Even the country's oldest Latino civil rights group came out against it, yet AOC keeps defending it, saying gender is fluid, language is fluid. Yes, and Latino voters are fluid. Intersectionality and the importance of shutting up about it. And undouching your face, man beards from Ted Cruz to J.D. Vance.
So buckle up, because today we're going to talk about how Bill Maher is blowing the Democrats away. Of course, in a figurative sense. But to be honest, you could almost smell the smoke from how brutal the roast was. Additionally, it's one of those rare political occasions when comedy and truth just hug, do a victory lap, and leave the DNC in shock. Well, that's the deal. Democrats are facing a significant problem. They are receiving support from American men, especially those in the working class. Additionally, instead of approaching these individuals directly and asking, "Hey, what's going on? How can we win back your trust?" A sumptuous supper with homegrown tomato carpaccio, grilled sea bass, and tiny lobster rolls was held at the Ritz-Carlton in Half Moon Bay, south of San Francisco. Because nothing says "we got you" like a classy dinner in a ballroom.
Your point, I want to get to something very important. How many know what SAM stands for? It's a new phrase. It stands for Speaking with American Men, SAM. This is the new movement by the Democrat Party. They lost the men vote a lot last time, so they're heating up at the Ritz-Carlton at Half Moon Bay, south of Francisco. I'm not making this, where they served mini lobster rolls and had heirloom tomato carpaccio and seared sass in their contest to decide how to win back the American man.
Really, you can't make this up. Maher wasn't going to let them get away with it either. He exposed the obvious inconsistency and attacked the whole scam. You're trying to win back folks who drink Miller Lite and fix their own car gearboxes. But it seems that your strategy meeting is being funded by Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle blog. This is like throwing a fireman appreciation dinner, but with sushi and black tie. Your audience is polite, but they are secretly interested in your identity. The DNC was there for more than just lobster and conversation. This meeting was properly called SAM. Let's face it, talking to American men seems like the title of a bad HR course. What do these seminars aim to achieve? The good thing is this. One of them was actually headlined, "How to Keep Your Liberal Base While Putting Guns on Your Christmas Card. The best protein powder for a clean bulk," another person comments.
We used to have conferences at Harvard to figure out what the working class needs, and so now we're,
I mean,
we're moving west.
You got to own who you. I get it. These are the mini lobster roll people, but they had this symposium, and we got a whole. What was that? This is Speaking with American Men. It's a real thing that they're doing, and they have these seminars. Would you like to hear what was some of the these ways that they want to? Seminars that they had to try to win back the typical American male, like how to cure liberal base while putting guns on your Christmas card. That was one that they wanted.
I swear you couldn't have written such perfect satire. The reason for this is because in the past, Harvard conferences were held to ascertain the needs of the working class. So, we're going west now. You have to take pride in your identity. I get you. Little lobster rolls are made by these people. They did, however, have a symposium where we learned what it was like to converse with American men. This is a real activity that they are doing, and they have these talks. Would you be interested in finding out what tactics they use to try to win back the support of the typical American man? When you put guns on your Christmas card, for instance, how do you keep your liberal base? They wanted to envision this one. A snarky political consultant says to a voter, "Hey man, we know you're struggling with gas prices, inflation, and maybe job security. But have you ever tried this new plant-based pea protein? It's great for making money." Yes, as offering unsolicited gym advice is the most efficient way to win elections. Then they went on. It seems that they included a section on appropriate behavior while consuming Bud Light. If you've been watching for the last 2 years, you'll see that the choice over when to shoot it and when to drink it is unintentionally humorous given Bud Light's PR disaster brought on by its own cultural missteps. It seems like they're inadvertently mocking themselves.
We're a clean bulk, another dude conversation starters. Bud Light etiquette. When to drink it, when to shoot it.
It's not only that the Democrats are failing. They've left the shooting range entirely. Instead of talking about the economy, inflation, or America's standing in the world, they are occupied with creating false man rhetoric to appeal to people they clearly don't comprehend. As a result, it seems to be less outreach and more an effort by a political influencer to gain fame on TikTok. Next is the fishing phase. Yes, fishing. It was characterized as an odd hobby that working-class men do instead of pickleball. Give us a minute. If your strategy session includes mocking the interests of the people you are trying to connect with, you may need to redo it. Maher brought up another proposal for male voters to bond, referencing the Titanic's nude moment, as if things couldn't get much worse.
Hobby working class men enjoy instead of pickleball. The only scene that Europe's in Titanic, hint, it has tit.
The new DNC voter strategy manual seems to be a hybrid of politics and Maxim magazine. If you're using boob jokes instead of policies to win back voters, you're not running a campaign. You are holding an open mic night at the world's saddest comedy club. However, Maher did more than only mock their PR disaster. He kept his eyes on the big picture. The left prioritized identity politics, virtue signaling, and social media-approved activities above issues that most people care about at the dinner table. Issues like inflation, jobs, and public safety are often resolved via elections.
Versus Bigfoot, mythical fight scenarios to man up your Joe Rogan.
Then came the Joe Rogan segment. According to Maher, Rogan has effectively deserted the left, who formerly praised him as the calm, affable guy in their camp. Why? Because he himself cannot see what the left has devolved into. Bruce Lee against Bigfoot. Surprisingly, millions of people love the hunting, lifting, and candid, unfiltered talks that Rogan is engaging in during this time. And the worst is yet to come. Here, it's not only men. Generally speaking, voters are tired of being patronized, branded, or told what their priorities should be. If you're always talking to them instead of with them, you can't expect them to stick around.
Intersectionality and the importance of shutting the fuck up about it. And undouching your man beards from Ted Cruz to J.D. Vance.
He eloquently illustrated this with the story of a mostly Latino congressional district on the Texas border. For decades, it was always Democratic. Last year, it became Republican. Why? We gave up a reliably Democratic congressional seat for no reason at all, the losing campaign's manager said. Maher basically says, if your political priority is advocating for non-citizens while ignoring the struggles of citizens who live in your district, don't be surprised when they dump you. And he's right. When thousands of Americans die each year from fentanyl overdoses, and you're more interested in debating pronouns on Twitter than dealing with that issue, people notice and remember. Let's talk about the latest dispute in respect to pronouns.
Last week, an 85% Latino congressional district on the border with Mexico, which had always voted heavily Democratic, flipped to the red team. And the campaign manager for the losing Democrat said, "We gave up a reliable Democratic congressional seat for no reason at all. We deserve to know why." Well, aside from your terrible attitude, I'm going to tell you why. Because these voters stopped seeing your candidate as their lawyer. That's why. Their message to you was, I'm an American now. I'm here. Be my lawyer, not the lawyer for the migrants.
The word was created in academic circles and on Twitter, but hardly any genuine Latino uses or likes it.
A new poll reporting how much Latinos despise the term Latinx. It's about as popular with them as a reboot Speedy Gonzalez.
Numerous surveys indicate that the vast majority of Latinos do not identify with it.
The country's oldest Latino civil rights group came out against it. AOC keeps defending it, saying gender is fluid, language is fluid. Yes, and Latino voters are fluid.
Some folks even find it offensive. The Democrats, on the other hand, welcomed it as if it were the most significant branding development since Yes We Can.